go and check. Oh, shit, sorry, mate. Fucking sorry, mate.
This isn't your car, is it?
No. All right, everyone. Far out episode 2 with Road Rave, and mate, thank you so much. Example, everyone joining us in the car.
Mate, get your seatbelt on. Let's go.
I've prepared a couple of records.
All right.
You push play on either one of them, and it's on one's housey and one's drum and bass seat. Both yours.
All right. Okay, yeah.
You know this one?
All right, yeah.
All right.
Shout out Brucey.
Yeah,
Shout out Jamie Duggan on the beat.
Mate, welcome to New Zealand. It's been a while since you've been here.
Maybe 3 years pre-COVID.
Around.
I think is it 3 years?
What's that?
Is it 3 years?
Yeah, it's been 3, easy 3.
I've got a spreadsheet with all the gigs I've ever played.
Have you?
And it's like 1,384 gigs. And I've got the capacities of the venues, the fees, you know, so if you go back maybe like 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
the fees are very different to now. If you go back 15 years, they're very, very different.
Yeah.
It's like, there's some, you know, the Goldfish pub, £15 fee.
Really?
Yeah, me and a CD deck, one CD deck.
One CDJ.
Yeah.
Mate, you've
What
come
we got on
so
this
far.
one?
Here we go, ready? You gonna do the fade well? Ooh,
Oh,
look
wasn't
at
that great.
It's alright.
Let's try again.
Yeah, it's alright. Beautiful. When I look at you, yeah.
Yeah, so this is like my 1,385th gig in Matakana tonight, Spring
boy.
Classic, Lee Matthews.
Yeah. Andrometic.
Andrometic.
So I was at a gig last night actually. I was gutted you didn't fly in last night because I would have picked you straight up and taken you down to the DMB Hundy party.
Yeah, I know, I was in bed by 10.
Deep in your eyes, everything you say.
Singing to your soul, okay for another day.
Tune.
So I've got my set tonight probably about an hour, 25 minutes of drum and bass. When I go to certain places, like I played Holland in the summer and I played another gig in Portugal.
Yeah.
Sometimes if the lineup needs it, we do a more bass heavy.
Oh yeah. For the region.
Yeah,
For the region. Now the DMB Hundy countdown went down yesterday. Do you know what was number 1?
Go on, tell me.
Push play on that one there.
Oh wow!
Number 1 on the George FM DMB Hundy countdown.
Amazing.
Desire. Subfocus.
That's
He's staying in your
incredible.
hotel.
Oh, is he?
No, he's here.
Nick, I know Nick's here. I spoke to Nick yesterday.
Oh, did ya?
He invited me to his gig last night in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys go way back. What track
Yeah,
did he make with you, for you?
Nick played Kickstarts for me.
Love kickstarts again.
Where did you
I
meet
met
Nick?
Nick through Chase and Status
Wow.
in 2009.
Small band, eh?
Yeah, small band, small names. Examples coming to Auckland with his name dropping. And they used to have these rooms in London at the old like Lord Mayor's office. And we had Chase and Status, Subfocus, Shy FX, Nero. Were all in a row. And their rooms were probably 2 or 3 times bigger than this car. So not big rooms.
What?
So I made Sick Note for my second album with Chase and Status. I made Kickstarts, Subfocus.
Wow.
I never got around to working with Shy FX, but I made Stay Awake with Nero, which made it onto my 3rd album.
Brilliant.
But those 3 rooms, some big songs were made.
Oh, wow, that's epic, man.
But shout out Chase and Status, Will and Saul, they introduced me to a lot of big names around that time. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have worked with Subfocus or Nero.
To make all the doors open by meeting Chase and Status and the lads. That's awesome,
And that
man.
was back in 2009, so we're going back 13 years.
Jeez. Because when we had you, when I promoted a group of shows in Waihi, we had that week we had Netsky, Chase and Status, and you.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember?
That was 2012?
Yep, that's right. That was crazy.
I'm showing my age now.
You've still got the record for that room. 3,500. We're only allowed 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
3, 2 or something like that.
Where are we? It's a lovely part of town.
This is a little spot called Ponsonby Road.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, tune.
That guy over there is just like, was it example over there? No, he wasn't. Probably thought it was Eminem.
You're probably getting that a bit, do you?
No, I don't. Only for my rap skills. What else we got?
So go back. So I'm gonna.
Oh, Afterglow.
Afterglow. That was number 2.
Well, let's just have a little blast of that. Go on, let's have a little blast.
Okay, load 2.
Absolutely beautiful song.
Becky Hill. She was, of course, she was unnamed on this record for a while, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think so. Becky's like absolute legend in the game.
Yeah.
I relate to a lot of Becky's stuff because she was like, she came up and no one really knew what to do with her.
Yeah.
You know, because she's like, she's her own thing. She's got a unique voice, unique look. You know, she was just going by her own name, and she was an amazing songwriter, and she went to record labels who didn't know what to do with her.
Yeah, yeah,
and I had
yeah.
a similar thing, like from 2006 to 2009.
Where do we put example?
3 years. Where do we put example? What should we do with hair? What should we dress him as?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I realised sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I love Becky for that, because she just stuck at it and she never gave up. And she's now one of the biggest female artists in the UK, and also the world.
How many?
Like, she's got some of the biggest streaming songs of the last like 4 or 5 years.
She's amazing.
And she's lovely. I think she's a rock star, and I relate to her a lot, and I think she's fucking amazing.
At any moment, I was thinking it was going to be an example Becky Hill track at any time.
I saw Becky 3 times over the summer.
Yeah.
Nearly everybody books Becky, books me. Like, they put us on lineups, and we go well, whether it's house, drum and bass, pop, underground, 14-year-old kids, 70-year-old ravers, 21-year-olds off their face on pills.
Yeah. Hey, you got to have a hobby.
Let's get a bit of Becky an example. We always have a nice catch up and a drink, but we're always so tired because we're always, you know, we've got 5 gigs a week.
Oh man, must
but
take
I
it
think
out,
when she's not exhausted from touring and being famous and the global star, when I'm not exhausted from being a dad, we'll get together and write a song, hopefully. I'd love to maybe get him with Wilco. Me, Becky and Wilkinson, I think would be massive.
Absolutely.
You heard it first.
Hey? Yeah, that's it.
Wilkinson, the mayor of New Zealand.
Yeah, the unofficial mayor.
The unofficial mayor.
Oh, quality. Now, is it true? I was doing a bit of digging on you, my son.
Go on.
You were, you tried your hand at stand-up comedy. Is that right?
I did 17 stand-up gigs.
Far out. What was that like? I mean, was that probably some of the hardest performing you've ever done?
I still say to this day, stand-up comedy was the most rewarding experience I've ever done as an entertainer.
Wow.
But I've tried acting, not my thing. I'm too impatient.
Yeah.
I've got a funny looking face, so I can only play me. There's only so much.
You look fine, mate.
There's only so much acting you can do to get away with looking like this. But yeah, I tried stand-up comedy. Yeah. And I've tried obviously rapping and singing and producing. I think stand-up feels like the most natural thing to me. Yes. Just me and a microphone, telling stories. You know, not necessarily trying to make people laugh, just telling stories. I think the best stand-up comedians don't try to make people laugh. They're just themselves, and they're great at anecdotes. And I think I still think to this day I'd love to give stand-up a proper go.
Another crack?
Yeah, I did 17 gigs back in 2007.
Pub gigs in London.
Around the same time that Mike Skinner of the Streets offered me a record deal.
Wow.
What are we doing now? Is this on number 1?
This is one of the albums that kind of got you into rapping and spitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wu Tang.
Yeah, Wu Tang for me when I was like 13. This song was probably around from when I was like 19.
Dude, this is the best remix, I reckon.
Yeah, this is massive.
It's so good.
Yeah, I used to listen to Wu Tang religiously when I was like from like 13 to 17. I think everything that shaped my. I mean, look.
Check that
I've
out.
only got 2 music tattoos. One's Nirvana, Something in the Way, and the other one's that.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like the first kid at school when Wu Tang Forever came out. Like, I bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I'll be dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform on robbery, flee with the lottery. Possibly this battle star shotgun explosion when my band hits tremendous. Ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I expect you do the future see millennium. Killer bees sold 50 gold, 60 platinum. Shackling the matches with drastic rap tactics. Graphic displays mother still like blasphemous. Black Wu Tang between these the guns in from the whoop automatic gas says the function. Heads by the store, take fight inside the war. 6 hit the floor, buy how fans demon. I'm also doing that about 10 BPM faster, but.
Unbelievable! You still remember it verbatim.
Yeah, well, you can't have that on you unless you. I can do most of Wu Tang Forever and 36 Chambers start to finish, just not at this tempo.
No, fair enough. Oh, such a
massive.
So did you go to school with the album on tape? Was it a cassette time for Wu Tang, or was it?
Like my first cassettes were. I'm not that old. I'm 40.
I know. Yeah.
But cassettes for me were probably like LL Cool J.
Yeah. Yeah, Round the Way Girl.
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Had those on cassette.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, but we don't talk about him now.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, Wu Tang, Snoop Dogg. That era was probably more CDs for me.
CDs, yeah, compact discs.
Early 90s, 93, 94.
Yeah.
And people listening like, CDs, cassettes?
I know. They're actually going up in price. Some of those original ones that everyone threw away. What else have we got here that I can surprise you with there, matey? What else was I going to look at? Oh, I mean, I had to put it in. I just like, you know, it's, where is it? Oh, fucking hell. What's going on, Jenny?
You got to press play, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you have to just press play, mate.
This would have been a big album for you, 1994, right?
Yeah, massive.
Yeah, there he is.
I can't do that.
You can.
Oh no, it'd be the other side, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you can do it on the other side. Yeah, man. DJ Example in the house. Yay! That's it. So what else is happening in your life, mate? What else have you got coming up you can give us a little bit of an insight into?
I've already finished most of album 9.
Oh,
I've got some kind of G-Funk style tracks on there, like Nate Dogg. One of them's with Peking Duck. Done a tune with Slumberjack guys.
This is a New Zealand country theme.
Oh, I know this.
It's early drum and bass for New Zealand.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, the Example remix. Oh, he's on.
Lovely. Don't want to do anything to your home country.
We discussed on the phone on George last week about the old £10 million suitcase thing too. Have you given that any thought?
$10 million right now in your hand, but there's a catch. A snail is chasing you for the rest of your life, and if it touches you, you die a terrible death.
I was hoping we'd avoid this chat, but you're clearly obsessed. Alright, so let's cover it.
Okay, let's cover it. £10 million.
Let me just call my mate. Mate, we're going to be another 15 minutes. Remember I said he was going to bring up the snail in the suitcase again.
Sorry guys.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Oh, that's me DJing. Yeah, that's me DJing. Yeah, I can do low pass, high pass. I can do hi mum filter. Hi mum. It's an interesting one.
It is. But £10 million in a suitcase.
If I didn't have kids,
yeah,
I would say I would happily spend the rest of my years travelling around. I could probably get rid of 10 million quid in 6 months.
Pretty fast.
Like if you were feeding needy and paying for people's university fees and
which is what you would do, right?
Fixing their cancerous knee. You know, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
I can make jokes about that. I have a cancer up here.
Oh, have you?
Oh, we can all fucking cancer. What's the best way to deal with life? Laugh.
Exactly right.
Haha, cancer. Had it here.
That's
no, anyway, travelling around the world with the money, with a little. So when you go overseas, does the snail get like a little business class trip himself to follow you?
Well, that's the technicality of it all.
You hadn't thought about this at all.
If that was the case, and he had access to his other snail mates had Learjets, you know what I mean? I wouldn't probably take it. You know what I mean? If he can hire his mate, say, a Learjet to come after example because he took the 10 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that, look, it's a nice idea, but look, it's a great place to end, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Next time I see you, if the snail's still alive, we'll have this chat, but I think it'll be dead, because I've checked out the lifespan of a poisonous snail.
How much?
6 months. For the big fuckers, you know.
Yeah.
Most of them like a few months.
Okay.
So all right. It's a nice idea, but it's a bit flawed.
We'll put it to bed, eh? We'll put it to bed. Yeah, it's good.
I'd rather just do a big charity gig and forget the snail question.
That's a good idea. Have you done a charity gig?
I'm doing. I've done one. I've done 3 for COVID.
Yeah.
I've done one for in the UK for like all access disabled people. You know,
brilliant.
Should have more wheelchairs at festivals or wheelchair friendly festivals.
Great.
Not just one platform at the back for 3 people.
True.
And I'm doing one in Bondi actually, first week of December, for like army vets and a load of the RSL style charities. But
that's good. He's giving back.
It sounds like we're ending this purely to go charity example.
No.
I also turned down loads of charity gigs. No. Mate, thanks for having me.
Mate, thank you so much. And
I'm going to go and see. Is it Piha Beach.
You're going to Piha.
Oh yeah, bro, sweet is. Is that alright?
It's better.
Oh, this is sweet is. Oh no, what's the other one? Choice.
Choice.
This is Choice.
Choice, bro.
Choice, bro.
Yeah.
Big up all my NZ Auckland listeners, Georgia fam, my man.
Thanks, Elliot, aka Example. Road Rave Volume 2. Legend.